Okay, in today lecture we will discuss about the means how to manage the resource. The resource management we will discuss means how to manage the resource in the project that we will discuss in the today lecture. And we already discussed in our previous lecture means how to identify the time duration of any project. Okay, as well as we discuss how to means optimize the cost and the time of any project by use of the crashing, as well as we can reduce the time by means implementing the more cost on particular activity, and in the minimum time also we can complete any project by using the crashing. We can do that type of the thing also, so that all the thing we discussed in our previous lectures. Okay, so now today we will discuss about the how to manage the resources into the project. Okay, so for the resource management there is the two technique to manage the resources. First one is the resource smoothing, and next one is the resource leveling. Okay, so means this means resource management, actually this two technique is means help you to manage the resources resources schedule efficiently. Okay, so there is the first one is the resource smoothing. Okay, that we will discuss in this today lecture. The objective is to complete the work by required date. Okay, so here the main objective is you need to complete your project as on time. Okay, you must be complete your project on time, and while you need to avoid the peaks and the trucks, or you can say the peak and dip of resource demands. Okay, so there is the some resource demand. If any project have a some time duration, in during that time duration there is the some resource requirement, manpower requirement. Like in day 1 their manpower requirement suppose 20, in day 2 their manpower requirement is 30, in day 3 their manpower requirement is 20. Like that fluctuation will be there, but it should be avoided. That is the main motto about the resource leveling. Okay, why? Because as a means a project manager, you need to say like that your stakeholder, your project owner ki like I need approx 20 worker and 20 manpower in this particular project. So there means uniformity should be maintained in every day. The requirement should be means approx uniform. Then it is you can say कि our resource is managed properly. So in resource leveling, we means you can say, okay, so in resource smoothing, as we discussed, there will be not compromise with the time duration of project. Okay, without compromising the time duration of project, how to maintain the uniformity of you can say uniformity of the demand of resources and uniformity of requirement of resources. That is nothing but the resource smoothing. Now if I talk about the resource leveling, there means you can say is the technique that adjusts the activity of project such that the requirement of resources on a project do not exceed the means predefined resource limit. Okay, so there means your stakeholder, your project owner will give you the one means definite quantity of your resource requirement. Okay, so means I like to say it is simply answer the resource leveling, simply answer the question means here like with the resource available. Suppose their resource availability, okay, provided by your project owner and stakeholder, or by use of those resources. Okay, when your project will be complete. Okay, so there means resources will be definite, and according to that when your project will be complete, that you can find out by use of the resource leveling. So today I try to solve the numerical on the resource smoothing. Okay, this is the resource management tool in the project for manage the project. Okay, so okay, I start with this particular problem. Here you can see the consider the following problem of project schedule to obtain a schedule which will be minimize the peak man hour requirement and smooth out the period to period variation of the manpower requirement. Okay, so here means if their peak man hour requirement in any particular time, okay, that you need to minimize, as well as you need to maintain the uniformity in the manpower requirement. That is you need to do by use of the resource smoothing. Okay, so this is the project is given here. There are some activity like activity 1 to 2, 1 to 3 as represented here. 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 2 to 3, 2 to 4, 3 to 5 and 4 to 5. If you combine these activities, then it is nothing but a one project. Okay, with respect to each activity there is the time duration is given, that is the 6. For activity 1 to 3 there is the duration is 10, 6, 10, 4, like that. Okay, now with respect to activity, what is the manpower requirement for that particular activity, that is the given data here, and that is mentioned in the table. Okay, like manpower requirement for activity 1 to 2 is 8, for activity 1 to 3 is 4, for activity 1 to 4 is 9, for activity 2 to 3 is 7, for activity 2 to 4 is 6, for activity 3 to 5 is 17, and 4 to 5 is 6. So this is the manpower requirement and activity with respect to their duration and manpower requirement is mentioned. Now here means you need to identify means what is the resource requirement with respective time of this particular project. So first you should know ki what is the time requirement, what is the minimum time required to complete this particular project, and how you can identify the time requirement to complete this particular project. First you need to draw the network diagram. In network diagram you need to identify the longest path. Longest path is nothing but the critical path, and critical path length will tell you what is the minimum time requirement of project completion. Okay, so I just try to draw the network diagram here. Okay, just wait. Okay, for this particular problem I try to draw, and suppose I assume that this is the okay 1 to 2, and activity 1 to 2, if I see the activity 1 to 2, what is the time duration for this particular activity? So there is the time duration is 6. Okay, it is in week actually given, and what is the manpower requirement, that is the 8. Okay, now there activity 1 to 3, if I talk about the activity 1 to 3, okay, and what is the duration of activity 1 to 3, that is the 10, and what is the manpower requirement for that particular activity? Okay, 1 to 3, the manpower requirement is 4. Okay, now there one more activity, that is the activity 1 to 4. In activity 1 to 4, what is the duration? You can see the duration here, that is the 6, and manpower requirement I write here in the bracket value. Okay, for activity 1 to 4, what is the manpower requirement, that is the 9. Okay, now 2 to 3 activity. Okay, so this is the 2 to 3 activity, and what is the time duration for activity 2 to 3, that is the 10, and manpower requirement is 7. Okay, for activity 2 to 4, what is the duration, that is the 4, and manpower requirement, that is the 6. Okay, now the next activity, that is the 3 to 5. In 3 to 5, what is the duration, that is the 6. Okay, so I just try to draw, this is the 3 to 5 suppose, and what is the duration, that is the 6, and manpower requirement for that particular activity 3 to 5, that is the 17. Okay, one more activity, that is the activity 4 to 5. In 4 to 5 activity, what is the duration? That is the 6. And what is the manpower requirement? That is the 6. So this is your network diagram, okay, for this particular project. Now you need to identify all the paths available in this network diagram. That is the next step. So I just try to find out all the paths available in this network diagram. Okay, so there one path available, that is the 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 1 to 3, 3 to 5. Okay, and with respect to this path, what is the path length? That is the 10. This is the duration of that particular activity. So 10 plus 6. Okay, so 10 plus 6 is equal to 16 weeks. Okay, now there one more path available. You can see easily 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 5. Okay, so I just put here 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 5. With respective, what is the time, or you can say what is the project, what is the path length? Sorry, what is the path length? That is the 6 plus 10 plus 6, 6 plus 10 plus 6 is equal to 22 weeks. Okay, there are one more path available, that is the 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 5. So here 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 5, 6 plus 4 plus 6 is equal to 16 weeks. The next one, 1 to 4, 4 to 5. What is the path length? 6 plus 6 is equal to 12. Okay, so now we calculated all the paths available in this particular network diagram. We identify first all the paths available in this network diagram. After that, with respective what is the path length, we identified with respective each path. Now the 22 week is the maximum, or you can say the longest path available in this particular network diagram. So you can say easily, so this is the critical path, 1 2 3 5. This is the critical path. Okay, so you can write here, this is the critical path. I just write down here CP, critical path. And critical path will tell you how much time duration needed to complete your project. So here 22 week is needed to complete this particular project. Okay, so project completion time, I just put here the project time is equal to 22 weeks. Okay, so now this is the project completion time. Now we know that there is the 22 week time is needed to complete this particular project. Now the next thing, okay, what is the resource requirement in the day 1, day 2, day 3, that you need to identify. Okay, so for that particular thing, you need to make a time frame. Okay, so the activity representation on the time state. Okay, and the manpower requirement as manpower requirement you need to put in that particular time frame. Okay, so I just try to make a one time frame, just wait. Okay, so I just copy paste our network diagram. Okay, as well as here I make a time frame. Okay, so here 1 2 3 4 5 6, total 22 weeks is needed to complete our project. So here in the weeks I put all the 22 week in the x-axis, and this is the time frame. Okay, so this represents the time. Okay, now I just put the each activity. So I just put the initial activity, and I assume that all activity will be start on time. Okay, all activity will start on time, or you can say all activities start as a early start. Okay, so here the activity 1 2 3 I just try to put in this in this time frame. Okay, so suppose assume that this is the activity starting point, this is the one, and how much time it will be take. So 1 2 3, so just put here the time duration of that particular activity is the 10. Okay, so here you can see this is the time. Okay, so now 10 on 10 this particular activity will be end. If we start at an initial stage, then it will be end within a 10 week. So I just draw the one line. Actually you need to draw straight line. Okay, I just try to make a straight line here. So okay, now what is the worker requirement in this particular activity 1 2 3? This is the activity 1 2 3. What is the worker requirement? And you can say the manpower requirement, that is the 4. So just put this 4 value here. Okay, now their next activity, that is the 1 2 2. Okay, for 1 2 2. Okay, so 1 to 2 activity. Okay, I just changed the color so you will understand. This is the starting point of 1 to 2. Okay, this is the activity 1, means you can say the 1 point means at a 0 this started, and we know that by use of the network diagram 1 2 3, 1 to 2 and 1 to 4, these 3 activity are the independent activity. So activity 1 to 2, suppose start at a means initial time, when it will be complete, it will be complete in a 6 week, because 6 week is the time duration. So it will be complete in a 6 week. Okay, so where is the 6? It will be complete here. Okay, what is the worker requirement or manpower requirement in that particular activity? That is the 8. Okay, so next activity is 1 to 4. Okay, so I just try to make a 1 to 4 activity here. Suppose it is start from here. Okay, this is the one, and all activity are started at a 0, means you can say just started, and when it will be complete, if you started now, it will be complete. If I talk about the activity 1 4, the time duration is 6, so it will be complete in 6 weeks. So this is the 6, it will be complete here. And what is the manpower requirement there? That is the 9, as mentioned in this bracket value, that is the 9, and that is the given data. Okay, so we draw in the time frame we mention 3 activity 1 to 3 and 1 to 2 and 1 to 4. This is the activity 1 to 4, and this one is 1 to 3. Just wait. One, two, 3. Okay, so now the next activity there, that is the activity, if I talk about the activity 2 to 3. Okay, so 2 to 3, when it will be start, once activity 1 to 2 must be complete, because activity 1 to 2 is play as a predecessor for 2 3. So 1 to 2 must be complete, then you can start the activity 2 to 3. Okay, so I just try to draw the activity 2 to 3 here. Okay, by changing the color I try to make. So so now this is the activity 1 to 3. Okay, this is the activity 1 to 2. 1 to 2. Okay, now this 2 to 3 you can start. When it will be complete, it will take 10. Okay, so it will start on 6, it will be complete on 16. Okay, what is the manpower requirement there? That is the 7. Okay, now there one more activity, that is the 2 to 4, and how to represent the activity 2 to 4, that I just change the color so you can, and we can easily understand all the thing. Okay, so I try to make a 2 to 4. So when 2 to 4 will be start. Okay, so this is the 2 point. Just drag this particular point little bit downside, and this is the try to draw here to, if you start this activity 2 to 4 from week 6, okay, because here 1 to 2 is completed, so you can start the 2 to 4. So on week 6 if you start the 2 to 4, when it will be complete? After 4 weeks, because 4 week is the time duration. So on 10 it will be complete. So this is the 10, suppose, yes, this one is the 10, so it will be complete on 2 to 4, so it will be complete here. Okay, now there one more activity is the 4 to 5. When you can start the activity 4 to 5? When the 2 to 4 is completed and 1 to 4 is completed. 1 to 4 completed, 2 to 4 is completed. So on week 10 the 2 to 4 is completed. Okay, so now you can start the activity, your 4 to 5 activity. Okay, so I just change the color quickly, and this is the means you completed here 2 to 4 and 1 to 4 both activity in this particular time duration. So you can start the activity, and that activity you can represent here, that is the 4. Suppose assume that same point you passed here. Okay, and if your activity 4 to 5 will start on a week 10, when it will be complete? After 6 week it will be complete. So on 16 it will be complete, so just put here, and on 16 it will be complete. So now 6 is the time duration, 6 is the worker requirement there, sorry. Okay, so there one more activity you need to draw, that is the remaining in the time frame, that is the 3 to 5. When you can start the 3 to 5? Once your activity 2 to 3 and 1 to 3 will be complete. So 1 to 3 is completed on a week 10, and if I talk about the 2 to 3, it will be complete on 16 weeks. So after 16 week only you can start the next activity, that is the 3 to 5 activity. Okay, so here you can start the 3 to 5 activity, and just wait, I change the color and put into the by red color. Okay, so this is the activity 3 to 5, and how much worker is requirement there? That is the 70. So now this is the time frame of our means you can say our project, and on the basis of that you can easily say how much worker is needed on a particular day. So now you can see on week 1 how much worker is needed. So there are 3 activities going on, 1 to 4, 1 to 2 and 1 to 3. Okay, so just add all 3 activity worker. So our, you can say, manpower, 4 plus 8 is equal to 12, 12 plus 9 is equal to 21. So 21 will be needed on a week 1, 21 needed on week 2, because same 3 activities going on till 6. So till 6 there is the worker requirement is 21. Okay, now if I talk about the week 7, in week 7 there is the activity 2 to 4 is going on, 2 to 3 is going on, as well as 1 to 3 is still going on. On week 7 3 activities going on, 2 to 4, 2 to 3 and 1 to 3. If you add all these 3 worker requirement, in 2 to 4 what is the worker requirement? That is, I think I forgot to write, I just write here, that is the 6. Okay, so 6 plus the worker requirement in 2 to 3 is 7 plus 4, so is equal to 17. So till this week 10 the all means 3 activity, this 3 activity will be go, and the requirement is 17 week. After, if I talk about the on 11 week, what is the worker requirement? Now 11 week there is the one activity is 4 to 5, this is the 4 to 5. So 4 to 5 is going on, and there the worker requirement, manpower requirement is 6, and there one more activity is going on, that is the 7. So 6 plus 7 is equal to 30. On week 11 13 requirement, 12 13 requirement of manpower till 6 16 the requirement is 13. After that there only one activity will be go at 18 week and their requirement is 17. Okay, like that you can easily calculate and you can identify what is the manpower requirement in this particular project. So I just try to draw the one graph quickly. So as we know, on week means day 1, what is the worker requirement? You need to add all this worker requirement, just you need to add. So 9 plus 8 plus 4 is equal to 21, and till 6 week the requirement will be same as per the time frame. Okay, now if I talk about the on week 7, what is the requirement? That is the 6 plus 7, you can see easily. 6 plus 7 plus 4, that is the requirement. Okay, there are 3 activities going on. 6 plus 7 plus 4 is equal to 17, and requirement will be same till week 10. 17, 17, 17, 17. Next, after that there are only 2 activity will be going on 11 week. If you see, there one activity 4 to 5 and 2 to 3 will be going on. Okay, so there is the requirement, manpower requirement is 7 plus 6 is equal to 13. Till 16 week the requirement will be same, because only 2 activity will be going on till 16 week. So here 13. Okay, if I talk about the week 17, on week 17 you can see the requirement only 3 to 5 is going on there. One activity is going on. Okay, here you can see on 18 also 17, 19, 17. So only one activity and its requirement is 17. So just put here 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17. Okay, so now just I try to make a manpower requirement graph. This is nothing but the manpower requirement. Okay, so I just put this graph into the here, and I will explain what is the next. After the making the time frame, you can easily calculate the manpower requirement, and this is the manpower requirement. Now you can see by this graph the manpower requirement. This is the time. Okay, actually this is the time or weeks is the unit for this particular thing. Okay, and this is the manpower requirement. Okay, now on a week means week 1 the manpower requirement is 21, 21, 21, 21. Then suddenly the manpower requirement will be dropped down, and you see here 17 manpower is requirement. Again your manpower requirement is dropped down, and their requirement is only 13. After that the requirement is again 17. Okay, so this is the fluctuation in your, means the manpower fluctuation is there. Okay, so how to reduce this peak manpower requirement? If you reduce this peak manpower requirement, it will be adjust somewhere here, and your graph will be, means their manpower requirement should be uniform if you apply such type of the logic. So here this is the 21 week, and this is the maximum requirement in this particular project. Okay, and after, means why we need to do this resource smoothing type of the thing. Okay, why? Because in the weeks till week 6 you required 21 worker, then 17 worker, okay, then 13 worker. So where this remaining worker we will adjust. So that's why your stakeholder, your project manager always expect you required the uniform manpower okay, in your project. That is the means desire from the you can say your project owner or stakeholder. So according to that you need to do the planning. Okay, so okay, now as a project manager, how I can reduce this particular 21 requirement, that I need to think. So by use of the resource smoothing I can do. Okay, so what is the procedure? Just I need to check the time frame again. Okay, so I go to the time frame. This is the time frame, and now you can see this activity 1 to 3. 1 to 3, this is the starting point and this is the ending point. Okay, now I just try to meet the another 3 point here, that is the here. So this length means here you can see this is the 10 and this is the 16. So it shows like that. It is means nothing but the total float you can calculate, or free float you can calculate, and that float and the slack value, on the basis of that also you can identify. But this is the easy way. By use of this time frame you can say if my 1 to 3 activity will be end on a 16 week, it will not impact to my project time, because there is the delay is allowed. Okay, there 6 week delay is allowed. Same if you check here, this is the 4 and this is the 4. Okay, this is also 4, same path. And what is the gap there? The gap is the approx 4 week. So here 4 week delay is allowed. So first you need to check ki here in this particular week 6 till week 6 there is the requirement is 21 week. How I can reduce? Can I do the delay in this particular activity? Can I do the delay in this particular activity? Can I do a delay in 1 to 2 activity? So if I see there is the critical path 1 to 2, 2 to 3 and 3 to 5 is our critical path. I cannot change because it is directly impact to my project duration, and project must be complete into 22 weeks. That is the funda of the resource smoothing. So now I cannot change this 1 to 2 because there is no slack allowed. But I can change this 2. There is the 4 here. If I talk about the 1 to 4 activity, there is the 4 week delay is allowed. If I talk about the 1 to 3, there is the 6 week allowed. So in second stage you need to check where is the maximum delay allowed, that particular activity you need to check. Okay, and you need to select. Okay, so here is the only 4 week allowed, and in this particular 1 to 3 there is the 6 week delay is allowed. Okay, so I choose the 1 to 3 and I choose like that, and the next schedule is like that. Assume that this activity 1 to 3 will be late finish. Late finish means it will be complete on a 16 week. So when it will be start on 10. Are you getting my point? So I just try to draw again the new after the resource smoothing, the new means time frame. Okay, so just wait. Okay, so this is the I try to draw the new time frame. So in new time frame I selected 1 to 4 will be start late. Okay, so I just erase that particular part. Okay, so where I schedule the 1 to 3, that I need to check. Okay, so now as we discuss, I will finish the activity 1 to 3 on 16 week. Okay, I will select the late finish. Okay, so because why I select 1 to 3, there more slack is available. That's why I select there 6 week available, here 4 week available, and as per the rule you need to select the maximum slack activity. Okay, so 1 to 3 is the maximum slack activity, so that I selected. Now I just assume that the 1 to 3 activity finished on a week 16. So this one is the 16 actually. Yes, this one is the 16. Okay, so if it is completed on 16, so when it will be start, what is the time duration of that 1 to 3? So you can check here the 1 to 3, the time duration in this network diagram is the 10. Okay, so if suppose it is completed on 16 week, so when it will be start on 6 week it should be start. Okay, so I just put like that, it will be start on a 6 week, so I just put the 6 week, this is the 6 week. Okay, so now this is the activity 1 to 3, and the what is the time, what is the worker requirement in activity 1 to 3? As we know, there is the worker requirement is 4. Okay, so this is the new time frame. Means what is the rule of the new time frame? In the resource smoothing, you cannot change your critical path related activity in the time frame. Why? Because it is decide what is the project time duration, and there is no slack is available. Okay, you need to complete the critical activity on time. Okay, so leave that critical activity as it is. Now check the slack available in non-critical activity. There is the 1 to 4 and 1 to 3, two activities present in this particular problem. Their slack is available. Now in these two activity, where more slack is available, in 1 to 3 the more slack is available, that is the 6 week. So I selected that, I reschedule that particular thing as a late finish, means it is finished on 16 week. Why I selected 16 week? Because this is the late. Okay, late means I can complete on 16 week, and on 16 week this particular activity will be start, because 3 to 5 means for 3 to 5, 1 to 3 is the predecessor. Okay, so I can finish this particular activity on 16 week, and if I consider the late, then the late is allowed till 16 week. Okay, so now this is the new time frame, and according to this new time frame, I try to calculate what is the manpower requirement with respective time. So you can easily dictate like that in activity 1 to 3. What is the manpower requirement? That is the 8 plus 9. On date, or you can say week 2, what is the manpower requirement? 8 plus 9. 8 plus 9 is equal to 17. On day 3, 17. Till 6, same activity is going on, so 17. Okay, I am talking about the 7. On 7, what is the manpower requirement? 6 plus 7 plus 4 is equal to 17. Till 10, 17. Then okay, on 11, 6 plus 7 plus 4, again 17. Okay, on 18, there is the 17. So now you can see uniform requirement is there. Okay, so I just try to draw the graph again. The manpower requirement in 1 to 6, you can easily see here the manpower requirement, that is the 8 plus 9 is equal to 17. So I just put 17 here, 17 on next point, 17 till 6. Okay, after that again you can see by use of this graph, on 7, what is the requirement there? You can see 6 plus 7 plus 4 is equal to 17. Okay, so now 17 till 10. Okay, now on 11 week you can check again, 6 plus 7 plus 4, again 17. Okay, and on week 17 or week 18, what will be the requirement? 17, only one activity, 3 to 5 will be going on. Okay, so now this is the new manpower requirement. Or I just try to make here so you can understand. This is the new manpower requirement. Now on every day till 22 week you need a 17 worker or manpower. So now you can say your stakeholder कि I need on every day 17 worker. So now you reduce the worker or manpower requirement. So that is nothing but you can say that you save some cost related to your resources. Okay, because initially the 21 is required, now only 17 is required, and uniformly that 17 will be engaged to your project till your project will be not ended. So that is the one thing. After that you can start the next project. So uniformity should be there. Okay, in the resource requirement, uniformity, like if I talk about the worker, if I talk about the officer and the employer, that there means you should to maintain the uniformity. Okay, because after certain day, how means you manage those particular not required manpower, that is the main challenge. Okay, so that's why you need to apply the resource smoothing in the project management. It will help you and it will means give means it will give the some uniformity in the manpower requirement, or you can say the resource requirement. So this is the all idea about the resource smoothing. In next lecture we will discuss about the resource leveling. So thank you for attending the lecture. Thank you.